When you think about it, Google's next flagship series is not all that far away, especially if the previous launch period conventions are adhered to, and that has us dreaming up a wish list of things we really do hope to see from the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro come launch, so this is our Pixel 7 wish list. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe and then tap the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. Arguably the biggest bone of contention most people have had with the Pixel 6 and the 6 Pro is that in-display fingerprint scanner. It's outright the biggest complaint that we have seen across the board. Google is ditching the Pixel 6's scanner in the upcoming Pixel 6a, and at least according to the official early unboxings, which have since been pulled, it looks much like it'll be faster and therefore hopefully more accurate. If an upgraded under-display scanner is going to be used on the Pixel 7 series, it needs to be more reliable for everyone, or at least everyone that does use this device series coming up. Removing a capacitive fingerprint scanner hasn't gone quite as well as Google would have hoped. This is why we'd definitely like to see Face Unlock also come to the new Pixel series on top of an in-display scanner. It is such a confusing situation currently though to see the workings of Face Unlock appear within the recent Android 13 beta builds, and then before that, prior to the launch of the Pixel 6 series, obviously we don't have Face Unlock just yet, but we would love to have this option using facial recognition alongside an in-display fingerprint scanner for the latest series. The Pixel 4's Face Unlock was fast and accurate, and although we don't expect a full return of the 3D face scanning feature without the tech needed to do that within the punch hole which we're expecting, we do hope that Google's software-based option will finally arrive on the upcoming devices fully baked into the system. Sure, it wouldn't be quite as secure, but it would be a nice inclusion nonetheless. Maybe eventually we'll see Face Unlock properly return with 3D face scanning tech, but until then, we can at least hope. Slapping a 4x periscope zoom lens into the Pixel 6 Pro was an excellent camera decision, and with the help of super res zoom, images taken with this extra zoom range look great even past the 10x zoom level. Add in a sprinkling of Google's color tuning and post-processing courtesy of the Tensor processor, and it's been an incredible return to form for the Pixel camera series with the Pixel 6 and more established with the Pixel 6 Pro. Since Huawei wowed us with the P30 Pro's incredible zoom capabilities almost 3 years ago, Android manufacturers have steadily improved telephoto zoom camera capabilities, especially on the flagship phone lines. After a few years of a main wide and ultra-wide combination, the Pixel 6 Pro is the first flagship since the Pixel 4 to offer greater zoom controls. And now that Google is back competing directly with the best in the business after a comprehensive camera upgrade, we think it will be excellent to take things a step further still and increase those zoom capabilities, at least of the Pixel 7 Pro, with an extended hybrid zoom range. Getting above and beyond the 10x optical range would certainly be a great start, and allow for even better images past the current 20x zoom cap on the Pixel 6 Pro, but we'll have to wait and see if Google has a little bit of extra zoom up the sleeve. A 120Hz display was right at the top of our original Pixel 6 wishlist from last year, but this time around we really want to see it on the smaller Pixel 7 series too. Sure, the 90Hz panel on the regular Pixel 6 is fine, but that extra 30Hz bump does make a big difference in how Android 13 runs, and with the Pixel 7 series expected to launch with Android 13, it might make an even bigger difference on top of that. Animations with a 120Hz display are just a little bit smoother, and for anyone coming from an older model or a phone with a 60Hz display, this would be quite the noticeable jump. Sticking with the display, although it's highly likely that we'll see the Pixel 7 come with a Full HD Plus screen and the Pixel 7 Pro back with a QHD Plus panel, or at least that's what we expect, we think it would be excellent to get the option to adjust the screen resolution on that bigger model within device settings. This could undoubtedly be added to Android 13. If it were to be a Pixel exclusive feature though, it would be highly welcomed. For the Pixel 7 Pro in particular, being able to bump down to Full HD Plus resolution and retain that 120Hz super smooth refresh rate might provide some battery longevity benefits, although this could also be great as an option to include within the battery saver and extreme battery saver modes. Dropping down to HD Plus resolution could also be a great way for getting multiple days of lifespan, along with all of the other tweaks that are applied when these modes are activated, and we really do hope that Google considers this for the Pixel 7 series. Our wish was granted last year with the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro with 30-watt charging being added. Annoyingly though, this was not true 30-watt charging as you know it, and that's even if you buy the optional power brick, which costs an extra $25. With that power brick, you'll actually get closer to 23-watt charging using this accessory. The new Pixel stand, that also tops out at 23 watts, although it does include a fan to help ensure cool device when you're charging at these speeds. And although it's not exactly fast, it seems less impressive given the old 18-watt power brick charger offers similar speeds overall, especially when you take from 0 to 100%. That's why faster charging is carried over yet again to our Pixel 7 wish list here. We think 50-watt wired charging would really be a great addition, especially if the Pixel 7 series retains large batteries above the 4,500 mAh threshold. We are unlikely to see a charger return to retail packaging, but it would be a nice option for those of us wanting improved top-up speeds to have an optional accessory that gets you those 50-watt or higher charge speeds across both device series. Google's first stab at a custom processor has been overall pretty solid. Sure, the Tensor chip is by no means the most powerful, and it's not quite at the top of benchmark charts. That doesn't mean that we wouldn't like to see a little extra under the hood grunt from the second generation Tensor chip though. If the second generation Tensor chip can get close to say the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which isn't actually the fastest Qualcomm processor out there, and still offer the added processing power for things like real-time translation and enhanced image effects in real time, we'd consider it a big success. Gaming is a big area in which the Tensor processor doesn't quite stack up against the best in the business. Most games they still run smoothly, but it would be great to see a few more frames in the most intense mobile titles, especially over the lifespan of each device. So long as the Tensor processor nails the basics and exceeds that first generation model, then we think that Google will be onto a winner yet again though. With its uniform screen bezels, the Pixel 5 is easily the most aesthetically pleasing Pixel display to date, and that is of course owed to those uniform edges on each side. While this might explain the use of a pretty terrible under-display earpiece speaker, even so, the S22 and S22 Plus prove that it is possible for a device to have uniform bezels and a great earpiece speaker, and we would really love to see that on the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. Android 12 and Material U also feel much more at home on the rounded size and those uniform bezels on the Pixel 5 than they do, at least to me, on the Pixel 6 series with its boxier visual appeal. Shaving down the forehead and chin we think will be a great way to ensure that Android 13 fits better into the upcoming flagship Duo, at least in our opinion. It's true that not all screen protectors are created equally, but when many other high-end Android phones now come with basic protective covers pre-applied, we start to wonder why Google hasn't followed suit. Samsung, Oppo, OnePlus and Xiaomi are far bigger players in the market and provide this base level of coverage for brand new devices right out the box at a multitude of price points. Because of that, we'd love to see Google offer a pre-applied screen protector, or at least offer it as an option with the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. Sure, this might not be possible due to Google's wider focus on using recycled materials in their devices, and we can kind of accept that decision. After launch though, it's worth noting that it was a minefield trying to get a good quality screen protector for the Pixel 6's curved screen in particular. Google has never offered pre-applied screen protectors before, but the Pixel 7 series would be a great place to start as a premium product. Plus, having some level of out-of-the-box protection would be greatly appreciated, as it's worth noting that the Pixel 6 displays are quite easy to scratch compared to some other phones out there. All in all, that is our Pixel 7 and 7 Pro wishlist. It's not the most comprehensive, but it's a few little things that we really hope Google will add to the upcoming flagship Duo. I want to ask you though, is there anything you're really hoping for or looking forward to, or at least seeing on the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro? Be sure to let us know your own Pixel 7 wishlist items down in the comment sections below. And until next time, this is Damon with 95Google saying thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little wishlist roundup, and I'll speak to you later.